Hello students, we are going to start chapter 4 Wind and Storm. In this chapter, we are going to deal with the topics air pressure, atmospheric pressure, wind and formation of wind, thunderstorm and cyclones and tornadoes. So first we are going to discuss about what is air pressure and atmospheric pressure. Air pressure. The pressure exerted by the air is called as air pressure. The pressure which is exerted by the air exerts some pressure. That pressure is called as air pressure. Then what is atmosphere? Before going to the atmospheric pressure, we should come to know what is atmosphere. The earth is surrounded by an envelope of air and it is called as atmosphere. The air which is present around the earth is called as atmosphere. Then what is atmospheric pressure? The atmosphere exert a pressure on the earth due to the weight of the air. This is known as atmospheric pressure. Once again, I am repeating. The atmosphere exerts a pressure on the earth due to the weight of air. This is known as atmospheric pressure. We are living in the lowest layer of atmosphere where atmospheric pressure is maximum. So, we are living where the air is maximum. So, all the living beings require air to live. So, atmosphere, it is the lowest layer of atmosphere, and so as it is the lowest layer, so atmospheric pressure is more. Atmospheric pressure decreases with the altitude. As we move up, automatically the air becomes less. As the air becomes less, atmospheric pressure will decrease. So, with increase in the height, atmospheric pressure decreases because the air decreases. Next, what is wind and how the wind is formed? The flow of air in the atmosphere of the earth is called as wind. Once again, the flow of air in the atmosphere is called as wind. When air on the surface of the earth is heated by the sun, so when air is heated by the sun, what happens? It expands. When it expands, it rises up, creating the low pressure region below. So the air on the surface of the earth is heated up by the sun. When it is heated up, what happens? It becomes light, it expands, it rises up, and when it rises up, it creates the low pressure region below. So air from the nearby, which is of high pressure region, flows into the low pressure region and causes wind. So air from the high pressure region flows to the low pressure region. Why the low pressure region? Because air has been heated up by the sun, and when it is heated up, it rises up because it becomes light. So low pressure is created at that region. So air from the nearby, which is of the high pressure, takes the place of the low pressure region and causes the wind. The hot air that rises up cools and shrinks down. When this hot air rises up, it cools down and again it comes down. This continues and a cycle of airflow is formed, which is called as wind current. So this continues and it leads to the formation of wind. Wind flowing over a region reduces the air pressure in that particular region. So the more the speed of the wind, the lower will be the pressure. So when the speed of the wind is more, then their pressure is less. Then what is wind speed and what about its direction? The wind speed is the rate of flow of wind in the atmosphere of the earth. It is measured by a device called as an anemometer and it is expressed in kilometer per hour. The direction of the wind is determined by the direction from which the wind originates. So direction, it depends upon how from where the wind has been originated. So the direction depends upon the direction from which it has been originated. Next, thunderstorms and cyclones. what is thunderstorm? Thunderstorm is a turbulent weather condition formed by lightning and thunder. They usually accompanied by a strong wind and a heavy rain. So thunderstorm is a turbulent weather condition. Turbulent weather conditions means changing direction suddenly and violently, formed by the lightning and thunder. So they are accompanied by the strong winds and heavy rains. These are mainly four types: single cell, multi-cell clusters, cell lines, and supercell. So these are of four types. The supercell thunderstorms are of the strongest among all and are responsible for the severe weather condition. These are four types, that is single cell, multi-cell clusters, multi-cell lines, and supercell. Among all the four, the supercell thunderstorm are the strongest and it creates a horrible weather condition. Then what is lightning? Discharge of electric current through the atmosphere of the earth causes a huge spark, which is known as lightning. Next, thunder. Due to lightning, the air in the path of the discharge electricity is heated up, causing the air in the region to expand suddenly with a huge sound, which is called as thunder. Next, formation of cyclone. A cyclone is a low pressure area surrounded by a high pressure region of the air. The center of the cyclone is called as eye. The center, that is the midpoint, is called as eye. The eye of the cyclone has the lowest pressure and it is calm and cloudless area. The diameter of the eye is around few kilometers. Heavy winds and rains are formed around this eye of cyclone. As the cyclone develops in the sea, they starts moving towards the land near the ocean with the high speed. The high speed wind creates large and strong sea waves which may be of several meters high. These waves are strong enough to cause the destruction of the seashore. So cyclones, they are nothing but they are caused by the warm moisture bearing air over the oceans. So a cyclone is a low pressure area surrounded by a high pressure region of the air, and the center of the cyclone is which is called as eye. The eye of the cyclone has the lowest pressure. So the eye is having the lowest pressure and as it is calm and cloudless area. The diameter of the eye is around few kilometers. So the eye's diameter comes under the few kilometer. Heavy winds and rains are formed around this eye. As the cyclone develops in the sea, they starts moving towards the land near the moving towards the land near the ocean with the high speed. The high speed winds creates the strong and the large waves of several meter high. These waves are strong enough to cause the destruction. Cyclones are called by different names in different countries. In America it is called as hurricane, and in Japan and Philippines it is called as typhoon. Then precautions to be taken during the cyclone. So what precautions we have to take? Always stay tuned to the local radio for the update news regarding the cyclones or thunderstorms. So we should be always updated, or we should listen to the news in the radios, TV, so that you can get the updated news of cyclone. Don't use the gas or electrical appliances which have been flooded in the water without checking for the safety. So if your gas or the electrical appliances have been flooded in the water, so without checking its safety we should not use. Don't go outside your house and don't walk through the flooded water. Always keep drinking water separately, or water sources because water sources can be get contaminated during the floods. What are tornadoes? Next, tornadoes. Tornadoes is a variety of rotating column of air that extends from the clouds to the ground. So it is a violently rotating column of air. It is nothing but it is a rotating column of air. It appears like a funnel shaped cloud that travels very fast. It can appear in any direction. They mostly move from southwest to northwest direction or west to east direction. It can last for few seconds to few hours. So it can be, when the tornadoes are created, it can last for only few seconds, or it can be for 1 hour. They can completely destroy or even the strongest building or uproot the trees and damage the lives and the objects through the air. So what are the precautions to be taken during tornadoes? Avoid opening the windows and doors of the houses. Occupy the ground floor and a small room in your house. If you are outside or traveling in the vehicle, get out of it quickly and protect yourself by lying close to the ground and by keeping your finger interlocked, closing your ears and neck. So these are the precautions that has to be taken during the tornadoes. So till here your chapter has been completed. Thank you.